Congratulations, Max. First off, a really solid performance. Looks really controlled from our perspective. Did it feel as cool and calm in the cockpit behind the wheel?
I mean, to be honest, in general, yeah, I think it was going quite well. On the hard, we had quite decent pace. We just had to make them last, of course, for a long time. I was hoping, of course, that there was not going to be a safety car in the middle of that stint, and luckily that also didn't happen, because that would have, of course, destroyed the strategy a little bit. But yeah, we executed everything well. The pace was good of the car. It's always a very tough track to be consistent and keep it out of the walls, but we did all of that. And for us, of course, another incredible weekend.
I say another incredible weekend, back-to-back victories for you. What does it say in terms of where the team is going for the rest of the year? Does it feel like you've happened upon something and you can battle for more wins going forward?
I think the last 2 weekends for sure have been really, really positive for us. These were, of course, 2 low downforce tracks, so we have to wait and see how we are going to fare on the high downforce tracks as well. But yeah, we enjoy the moment. Yeah, great execution from everyone, and we'll see what happens in the upcoming races.
Just talk us through that race. I mean, that second place, it sounds like extending that first stint maybe played quite a crucial part in getting that second place.
Yeah, it was a really strong race, to be honest. I think mainly just down to staying out of trouble. You know, I don't think we did anything spectacular. It was just a lot of people made a lot of mistakes this weekend between qualifying and the race. And you know, in normal circumstances, we'd expect to finish ahead of Carlos, but he drove an amazing race, and I had to sort of try and bring my A game today to finish ahead of him.
I mean, going forwards as well, does that result today for both you and Kimi give you a lot of hope for the remaining races that you might be able to get some more positive results?
No, I mean, temperatures are cold here. It was more of a case of keeping temperature in the tyre, which is where we excel. You know, when we look at Vegas last year or Canada this year. So going to Singapore, I think it'll be a bit of a different story.
It's tough to know where to start after a bit of a magical race like that. And you said you were going to stick it on the podium yesterday, and you did just that. I mean, how does it feel, bearing in mind we were talking about your run of luck at the start of this weekend?
Well, I always said, no, that as long as the luck is there when we're fighting for a podium and we don't do mistakes when we're fighting for big things, I was going to be okay. And today is a perfect example. No, we had no issues. I could show the pace that I've had all year, and we stick it on the podium. And I'm very proud, because it would have been very easy after the bad run of races to take a cautious approach, to think that something could go wrong today. But in the end, if you keep believing in yourself, in your team, and in everyone around you, and you do things like you know how to do them, when the time comes, and you put it together.
Testament to your hard work as well, no doubt, throughout the season. I mean, what does this result say about the journey, the trajectory that Williams is on as well?
It's exactly what we needed. First of all, for me and Williams, because I think we both feel like we've got a bit hard done by the start of the year. We both felt, out of all the drivers that have changed teams, we were actually the ones that had done that transition the best in terms of speed. But we were always getting a bit hard done in the races, and we were not getting the results. We both felt, both the team and I, that we were in the right trajectory, and that it was just a matter of time before things stopped happening to us and we started scoring good results. But in the end, life is just like that, no? The first podium with Williams, probably first podium also on merit, because I think today we were just quick and no one could overtake us apart from George. Just proved that we were right, we were on the right trajectory, and we just needed to put a weekend together to prove to everyone how competitive we are.
Starting fourth and finishing fourth today, and some really nice battles out there for you on track. That must be a pretty happy or pretty positive result for you, and take a lot of confidence from that.
Yeah, it was a much better race compared to Monza, and you know, it's a bit disappointing still, because I was really hoping for the podium, and you know, it was so close, and you know, I tried to get close to Carlos, and eventually almost got into DRS, but then with the dirty air I started to struggle a little bit, and but you know, still decent result, especially for the team. You know, was we gained a lot of points on Ferrari, so that's definitely positive, and yeah, now we'll move forward.
And I'd say moving forward, and obviously those points gained on Ferrari as well, does that give you hope that there might be more results up at the top of the order for you going forwards?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, yes. I mean, it's definitely not easy out there because the pace of everyone is very, very strong. But hopefully, we can carry this momentum into Singapore next week.
Hey Liam, I mean, third yesterday, and I think that's your best ever result now. With fifth today, that must still feel pretty rewarding after a solid effort out there.
I mean, yeah, I think rewarding after the last 10 or 15 laps. It was pretty intense. Obviously, it's a little bit disappointing from where we're starting, and realistically, we didn't have the speed to fight with the guys in front today. But obviously, you're always hopeful, and yeah, we tried everything today, but it just wasn't quite enough. But still, to have a P5 is big for us, especially in the championship right now. So yeah, massive thanks to the team. It's been we've had a good Carol weekend, and happy to come home with some points.
It's like a big result for the team in terms of the Constructors Championship. Does it feel like a big result for you as well? Maybe a little bit of a statement?
Yeah, I mean, you always want more though, especially when you start further up. So I think I would have loved to finish even higher today, but it's still a great result, and honestly, I think it's the best we had today.
Starting sixth was a solid result for yesterday, and finishing sixth today. Some nice battles out there as well. How do you reflect on that outing there today?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think especially the pace I showed today is a lot different to other race weeks, and something that, I feel confidence in the future, which I think got supported a lot from the team to change massively like this internally, and also the efforts I put over the weeks definitely shows some improvement there. So everything matches well, and able to secure like these results, which definitely is positive. We'll see some bits I can improve for sure more and sharpen up more quality, but it was a good race.
I know you've been working really, really hard on the long run pace in particular. I know you've been talking about that this weekend. Is there a way to explain to people what's changed, and whether I suppose this is a building block to build from and progress from going forwards as well?
Yeah, obviously I can't say what I changed, but it's something I can improve slightly more, and also something that I got from this weekend, which made me extra confidence in the future to make the result consistently.
Hey Lando, seventh for you in the end today. I think many of us maybe thought that the faster cars, or the theoretically faster cars, might make up a few more spaces. I mean, how was it for you out there, bearing that in mind?
Yeah, just too difficult to follow and overtake, so it didn't really matter how quick the car was. I think the car was good, but just too difficult to follow and overtake, and couldn't really do anything with strategy, so no, I don't think we could have done anything more today.
I think 6 points you've made up on your teammate, obviously Oscar going out on the first lap, and with the slow stop out there as well. Do you kind of see this as maybe a bit of a missed opportunity, or is it one of those?
You said that yesterday, I'm going to say the same answer. So I did everything I can. The opportunities were there. I maximise every single weekend like I can, so it's not a missed opportunity. Every race is an opportunity, and today we just weren't good enough and made too many mistakes yesterday. So
I mean, you gave it a really good go there at the end, just catching up to the back of that DRS train behind Liam. How do you look back on the race today? I mean, ultimately, was yesterday's qualifying result a bit too much to come back from?
Yeah, obviously our progress have moved forwards. Progress from got a good start, and to progress to 8th I think was positive. I mean, I think our ultimate pace was not great in the race, I think. And I think I lost a lot of ground in the first stints, particularly on the hard tyre compared to the guys on the mediums. But I came back towards the end, but I think overall the pace wasn't really great, and qualifying clearly is key.
I mean, it's been so positive on Friday. I don't know if that pace today, is that indicative of like a wider issue, or is that something that you think you can kind of make gains on going forward?
I think it just shows that qualifying is everything, and we didn't operate perfectly yesterday, so we've got some work to do, but we'll take it internally and try to improve.
I know you were talking yesterday about struggling with the balance and maybe not quite feeling right in the car for you. In terms of the race today, Is that maybe how things panned out? Can you just take us through how it was feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's always easy to blame the car, and I think overall the car this weekend hasn't been the strongest, and it's been a difficult weekend, and we have some explanations. First is probably the approach that I've had on the setup, which hasn't been the right one. Second, I think our car is struggling whenever it's cool, and it's been quite cold since yesterday, and that made us struggle. But I think the main reason, and I am the first one responsible of that, is the mistake in qualifying. And for that, when you start P10, then it's very difficult to change the situation. You kind of hope to be in the strategy of all the other fast drivers, but I kind of ended up the other side, and I was stuck behind Liam for the whole race. He did a really good job actually defending and had a good straight line speed, so he could keep me behind, and I couldn't really use my pace, so it was a boring race.
How do you and the team kind of move on from that and try and deliver the best possible result next time out in Singapore?
Oh, we've got to react. I mean, it's not been a strong weekend at all, and yeah, we need to react in Singapore.
It's like, I mean, 10th today, and I don't know if I heard that you might have had a throttle problem before the race starts. So I don't know if that sorted itself out. Can you just take us through your race today and whether you're satisfied with that?
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good start. Went by Lando into turn 2, and yeah, I made a mistake on the safety car restart, lost 2 places, and from there the momentum was just not very good. The pace on the medium was not great. But then moving on to the hard, pace was amazing, and we're catching the group ahead quite fast, but yeah, not enough to go and have a go.
I mean, it's still a positive result for the team this weekend, particularly with the constructors in mind, and that amazing pace that you were talking about there. That must give you hope going forwards that there's some good results to come in the races that remain.
Yeah, I think I had a really bad feeling this weekend with the car. Like, I wasn't comfortable, and still somehow we went to Q3, double score finish. So yeah, it gives me a lot of positive that when I'm going to feel good inside that car, we're going to deliver way better.
A couple of places made up from your starting position with the result there, 11th, just off the points. I mean, how does that feel, kind of making those gains, but ultimately not getting anything on the points side?
Well, I mean, definitely an intense race, very close to the walls at all time. You need to keep your focus level very, very high the whole race. I'm happy that we finished the weekend without any damage in the car, and we delivered everything that the car had available. I really don't think we could have finished P10 today with Hajar. Finished P10, and it was just 20 seconds ahead. So, just not a weekend for us that we had the pace to fight with them. So.
I'm saying maybe not the weekend for you this particular weekend, but do you have confidence that there's other racetracks still to come where you can perhaps get a little bit more out of the car than you did today?
Yeah, I'm quite convinced that we can perform in other weekends. We knew it was going to be a tough track for us, but yeah, there is weekends that we can fight for it and weekends that we cannot. So.
Ollie, a few moves up the order there. How was the race for you? Just talk us through it.
Yeah, it was a good race. I mean, overall, we made a good comeback. We had really good pace, but starting 15th and lost a few spots on the early laps, safety car restart, and after that I was really stuck in the first stint. I lost a whole lot of time behind Colapinto and Stroll, and then after that it was really damage limitation. Yeah, the car was quick, but couldn't really do much with it.
And you say the car is quick, and that's been the story of a lot of tracks this year, and maybe qualifying being the one thing, if you had to pick something out that's letting the team down in terms of scoring the points. Is that something you're looking to address going forwards?
Yeah, I mean, qualifying was tough this weekend, and I did a mistake in Q2, which meant that I didn't put a lap on the board. Of course, it was very tricky conditions, but that's no excuse. So yeah, need to do some improvements before Singapore.
An eventful race out there for you, and I know you had that coming together with Franco that earned you the 10-second penalty. Yes. I mean, can you just take us through the day? But ultimately, was yesterday kind of the nail in the coffin for getting points out today?
Exactly. I think yesterday did the damage. The deck was really low out there today, so unfortunately there wasn't really much you could do to get past once it was a DRS train. It was a bit tricky, and yeah, obviously made contact with Franco, not ideal. I'll hold my hand up, and then. But more importantly, I think for the team, a great result. So yeah, very happy for Carlos. I think it's a good result for him, and I'm very proud of the team as well. I feel like I definitely wasn't there this weekend to pick up the pieces, but he did a great job.
Like you say, a positive result for the team today.
Yeah.
And given the luck that Carlos has had throughout the season, is this like a great repayment really for all the effort he's put in?
I mean, if you say so, yes. I feel like he's had a really strong year. It's obviously not gone for him in a few races, and he hasn't put a foot wrong this weekend. So he's been on it. The car's been quick. He's not made a mistake. He made it for himself in qualifying, and then clearly he's executed a great race. So I think no one in the team felt like he needed to prove it, but he's done it anyway.
A few nice places made up there in the race, but you obviously had that collision, I think, early on with Nico. Can you just talk us through that moment? And I don't know whether it impacted anything going forwards.
No, luckily it didn't for both of our race. I think. I mean, at least I didn't have heavy damage. It was just a small touch, and it touched the wheels mainly, which was a good thing. But yeah, it was a good start. Just we tried a really aggressive strategy that at the end made me lose out quite a lot. So yeah, a bit of a shame on that side, but we'll review. It's been a difficult weekend for us. I think there's a lot of things that we can improve for next weekend, and this is what we will look out for in Singapore.
In terms of those things to improve going forwards, is there anything in particular? I know you were talking about qualifying yesterday, maybe wasting the potential that the car might have.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday was a brake problem. In Monza, we had an issue with the front end of the car. Really, that was quite big. So yeah, we just need to enter weekends really and have a clean sweep and no issues and a healthy weekend really. This is what we are all asking for.
Thanks. Hey Fernando, obviously you've been talking about the pace throughout this weekend, maybe not being the best round here, and the start as well, reacting to Oscar. Can you just take us through that moment and how the race panned out for you?
Yeah, I react to Oscar movement, and obviously we both went before the lights, unfortunately. But I think probably didn't change much on the race outcome because we were very, very slow today, and we need to improve for next one.
And looking forwards, what kind of things can you take from today in terms of learnings that you can apply going forwards?
I think we have a car that has certain characteristics, not the ones of Monza, not the ones of Baku. And I think not the ones of Vegas or Mexico, so I expect in Vegas and Mexico to be at the back of the grid, and there are other 4 races that hopefully we take opportunities and we score 3 points.
Hey Nico, obviously you had the early collision there with Esteban. I don't know how if that kind of affected things in terms of the race, whether there was any damage.
No, not at all. That was just lap 1 racing. I think neither of us had a problem after that. Just didn't get off to the best first lap. Lost I think 2-3 positions. Got 2 back actually at the restart. Nice move into turn 3. It was a double whammy. That was quite nice. Felt rewarding. And after had a long first stint behind Lance, and unfortunately I couldn't get him. But yeah, we lost a lot of race time there. And that was make or break, and then obviously no safety car, nothing happening. So eventually pitted and come out far behind. But I think pace at the end was good, but obviously the damage was done yesterday already and early in the race.
Yeah, like I say, maybe not as chaotic a race as a lot of us were expecting. But what kind of things can you take from this weekend going forwards?
Well, learn from the mistakes that I made yesterday. Try to be better and cleaner next time around.
Hey Lance, obviously really tricky conditions out there again today, but what kind of things can you learn from a race like that?
Well, we just stayed out for a long time hoping for a safety car on the first stint, and then it never came, so that was kind of the end of our race.
I mean, looking forwards, is there much you can kind of take from a race like this? I know it's maybe not the best track for your car, maybe there's more circuits you're looking more forward to going forward.
Hopefully Singapore we're more competitive, and we can have a better weekend there.
Hi Pierre, I know you and Franco have both been saying that the car just isn't suited to this track this weekend. Is that just basically summing up the situation of today?
Yeah, we just got no pace, yeah.
I mean, what types of things, just I suppose giving people an insight, can you learn going forwards with 2026 in mind? Because I know you're kind of looking forwards to that.
Yeah, I mean, the cars will be very different. I'm sure there's stuff we can learn because obviously it hasn't been good at all this weekend in terms of pace, and we've been slightly more competitive on other racetrack. This weekend we had absolutely no chance, unfortunately. So there are fundamentally something on this track which we're not doing quite well, and it's important to take the lessons from it. But yeah, I must say it's a bit painful. It's painful for everyone, and yeah, I just think we got to keep our head down and try to work together as a team and try to find a way to get better for next weekend.
Yeah, it was a tough day. We didn't really have any pace today. And yeah, we just really struggled with the car, with the pace, and we need to keep working to get better. Of course, I lost a lot of time with Alex, with the contact with Alex, 12 seconds I think, and then a broken front wing that gave me a lot of understeer, flat spots, so it was tough. It was tough, but yeah, we just had no pace, and we need to get better at that.
Looking forwards, what kind of things can you learn with, I mean, the future of the car in mind?
I don't know. We'll try to get better for the next race.
Oscar, I mean, you've been so consistent for so long. I don't think any of us were really expecting to see you here before the race is finished. Can you just take us through that opening lap, obviously the start, what happened there, and obviously what happened when you went into the wall?
Yeah, I mean, just jumped the start. Yeah, just a simple mistake there, and then yeah, I think just didn't anticipate the dirty air anywhere near well enough, and just went in too deep. So yeah, just disappointed, obviously, mainly for all the team and the mechanics, and yeah, try and move on to the next one.
And I mentioned the consistency, not just from yourself, but from the team throughout this year. Obviously, you're still yet to see the final result, but how did the team debrief after a weekend like this and move forwards?
Same as usual, really. Just analyse what went wrong and what went right, and yeah, try and improve for the next weekend.